Called the rule of unintended consequences. Lifting pandemic restrictions is leading to more overdose deaths.
WCPO 9 News reporter Kristen Swilley spoke to a local official on the front lines about the reasons for the increase and what can be done to fight it in the era of social distancing.
According to the Ohio Department of Health, May was the state's deadliest month for overdoses in more than a decade. The police chief I spoke to says with the possibility of a second wave of COVID-19 on the horizon, this could be a deadly fight.
We predicted it, we planned for it, but it's one of those things that's extremely difficult to stop.
Newtown Police Chief Tom Synan is on the steering committee for the Hamilton County Addiction Response Coalition, a group that tackles the opioid crisis from every angle. But he says no amount of work could fully prep them for a pandemic.
COVID kind of kicked you in the gut and brought those numbers back up.
The supply chain for illegal drugs was disrupted by the onset of COVID-19.
You know, if you're addicted and your substance goes away, it doesn't mean that you stop. You're still struggling with that addiction.
So he says when the state and the country reopened, so did the floodgates of a stronger drug supply that killed many of its consumers.
It was one of those things that when that fentanyl supply opened up, when COVID restrictions opened up, you saw it all hitting, and it was very hard to stop.
After more than 40 local overdose deaths in May, Synan believes the greater Cincinnati area could cross the 400 mark by year's end. He says reaching those seeking help for addiction is now harder too.
Okay, we can't go out and do outreach now. We know that treatment can't get everybody in at the moment. Is there something we can do to try to help people out?
The local battle against addiction has turned to virtual meetings, telehealth, and ensuring Narcan is always available. Synan knows it's no replacement for in-person contact and worries a second wave of the virus may make the fight harder. Still,
if you think you can make a difference, you keep trying.
Synan says those seeking treatment for themselves or a loved one may face some limited capacity at different rehab facilities. So he says it's important to be persistent. The Addiction Services Council is available by phone 24 hours a day. Kristen Swilley, WCPO 9 News.